Still good morning. We are beginning in a few minutes. And as in Dedan Kimathi, we love praying because we believe that first is God, and when everything is said and done, we still remain God. So I want to welcome Bwana Paul to lead us in the opening prayers.
Shall we believe and pray? Father, in the name of Jesus, we come before thee this particular morning, Lord. We thank you because of the tender care that you have provided for us. We thank you because of the traveling mercies that you have provided for quite a number of us who have traveled from far and wide to be able to reach this particular place for purposes of learning the new technologies that are emerging in the labor market. So that, Lord, as we disseminate this particular knowledge and skills to our learners, through thy guide and thy provisions, all shall be done through thy will. As we start off this particular meeting, Lord, I will request for thy presence, I will request for thy guidance, I will request that you be part and parcel of the deliberations and discussions that we shall continue through this particular day and even tomorrow, Lord. And as you complete this particular day, Lord, we shall give thanks and appreciation unto thy name, Lord. Most, Lord, prepare us for that great day that is coming, so that, Lord, we be part and parcel of those who shall welcome thy Son when he returns the second time to go home and rest. It is through our humble prayer that we have prayed and believed. Amen.
Thank you so much, Bwana Paul Losoro. Immediate for the national anthem. Thank you so much. We resume our seats. So, our dear Vice Chancellor, our esteemed guests, and all the participants that have come for today's Industrial Metaverse Workshop, I want to warmly welcome you to our institution, our esteemed institution, Dedan Kimathi University of Technology. And for opening remarks, I would like to invite our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration and Finance to give us her opening remarks, and then later on invite our Vice Chancellor.
Yeah, so thank you, Dr. Orengo, for inviting me. So the country manager, Sifa Auda-Nepad project, Mr. Wamwangi, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Engineer Mushiri, representative from KUCT, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good morning. Yeah, so for me, I just want to join our Director of Research, who has welcomed us to this workshop. I want to welcome you to Dedan Kimathi University of Technology. We are happy to have you around. And we thank you for coming. I can see the turn up is very good. And I think this workshop is very important because I can see it is a workshop on validation of capacity building, on validation workshop on empowering African industries through digital transformation. So for me, this is a very good thing because the capacity building has been done. So today it is validation. So I think we'll be taken through what the project has done, and then we can be able to give our views and recommendation. So I want to welcome you. I know our Vice Chancellor will tell you more about our university, but I want to welcome you to tell you that this place is secure. So don't feel there is anything in terms of security. It's okay. The environment is good. So just feel comfortable as you enjoy the speeches and the validation and the report from the project. So we really appreciate Professor Bosco, who is the lead in that project from the university, and he has coordinated all this very well. So we appreciate him and the team. So feel welcome. And with those few remarks, I want to take this opportunity to invite our Vice Chancellor to make the opening and declare the workshop opened. So clap for him as he comes.
Yeah, thank you, DVC, Professor Esther Magidi, our chief guest, Mr. James Wamwangi, country coordinator, something here, yeah, initiative for Africa. The problem is not the height, the connection. Good. So our chief guest, Mr. James Wamwangi, the senior country coordinator, the representative of KUCT, James Bai, all the principals of all the TTIs present, the deputy principals, the lecturers, and the trainers in the TTIs. Good morning. Yeah, before I proceed with my welcoming remarks, I think it is good we know the people who are present and also the people who we have managed under this program. And we thank Professor Jean Bosco, who is the project coordinator for empowering the African industry through digital. Also grateful for NEPAD and Sifa project for funding this project. I think I'm better off maybe with it. It's breaking. Do we have an alternative, or I just speak with my voice? Okay, good. So, chief guest, it's good we recognize the institutions that are present here. And this is also a good beginning where universities can work with the TVETA sector, especially in upgrading the skills, especially in the emerging technology, because this is one of the space that is moving very fast in the area of automation, in the area of robotics, in the area of industrial metaverse. And we have 10 key technologies that will shape the industry 4.0 of the future. And it's very important we work together to upskill, to train, and also develop research. And as you will learn in this university, our model is innovation and entrepreneurship. We have decided as a university we will not just be consumers and operators of technology. We will participate in development, We will participate in creation. We will participate in the innovation and also in commercialization of technology, because that is what a university should be able to do. In this journey, we are happy to partner with TVETA, and we are very happy for all the institutes that have sent their trainers here for training, and this being a good beginning, we can move together with the TVETA sector. I have apologies from the PS of TVETA, Dr. Esther Mworia. She was supposed to be here, and yesterday she had to travel to Australia, and I think she's accompanied by the chairman of KUCT, who is a chief principal, Nyeri National Polytechnic, Dr. Mwangi. So I have their apologies and also their greetings and warm regards. I also have apologies and best wishes from the PS, State Department of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Beatrice Inyangara, and she was hoping to send somebody, but they had a major function in the ministry, and together with also Director General of TVETA, who also had a function, and they are all occupied in that function in the ministry. So allow me, first of all, to recognize the the polytechnics that are represented here. If I mention your institute, you can either stand or wave so that we can recognize and appreciate your presence. I will start with the Bupe Technical Training Institute. Karibu sana. That's good. Mawengo TTI. Aha, thank you. Bugoma TTI. Thank you. Karibu sana. Eldoret National Polytechnic. Yeah, they can stand. That's a big group. Karibuni sana. That's good. Kisii National Polytechnic. Wow, that's a good team. Kisumu National Polytechnic. Welcome. Kaimosi Friends TTI. Nyeri National Polytechnic. Yeah, you can stand. Yes, thank you. Welcome. Baringo TTI. Karibuni sana. Kaiboi TTI. Yes, welcome. The Kenya Coast. Yes, Northeastern. That's good. Northeastern, you are based in which town? In Garissa. Wow, thank you. Welcome. Kabete. Karibuni sana. Nyandarua. Welcome. Then we have, these are the national polytechnics. We also have the other technical training institutes. Musakasa, that's a good one. That's a good name. Musakasa, where is Musakasa? Wow, welcome. Karibuni sana. Katine. Yes, welcome. Rift Valley. TTI. Welcome. We also have other technical and vocational colleges. Wisimungu. Welcome. That is, where is that based? Taita Taveta County, all the way. Welcome. Kidsoen. I hope my pronunciation is right. Where is that based? In KUCT. Thank you. And Okame. Is it Okame or Okane? Okame. Yes. Welcome. Is there anybody who I may have missed out? Yes. Taita Taveta, please. Taita Taveta, stand. Yes, Taita Taveta. Welcome. I'm relying on a list I've been given. I think I asked it. I did not have time to quickly. Yes. Water technical training. Do we have other people from water? Yes. Masai National Polytechnic. Yes. Mokoroine, do we have other trainers here? Yes. Yes, you can stand. Mokoroine can stand. We recognize them, appreciated. Yes? Do we have other people, other trainers? Okay, welcome. Let me finish with that side, yes? Sigaragara National Polytechnic, yes? Masinga TVC, that's Karibu. I'm trying to finish on that side, yes? Yes? Rift Valley, I had mentioned Rift Valley, but that's good. National Polytechnic, Karibu. So I come now to this side. Yes, I'll start from there, yes. DeKUT, thank you. Tetu TVC. Thank you, kindly, you can stand. Gambuni, that is where? In Meru, do you have other, do you have trainers? Karibu sana, anybody on, yes? Michuki National Polytechnic, karibu sana. Thank you. Do we have trainers from Michuki? Karibu sana. Yes, I know the graduation is today. No, you are hosting also the CS. Yes, and the DP. Yes? Anybody else in this row? Then I start this side. Yes. PC Kinyanjui Technical, Nairobi, karibu sana. Thank you. Yes, I think I can see a hand over there. Kitale National Polytechnic. Wow, that is good. Can we kindly appreciate all of us with our nice, warm hand clap? Yeah. On behalf of Dedan Kimathi University of Technology and from the Vice Chancellor's desk, I think my introduction, I'm Professor Engineer Peter Muchiri. I'm a professional engineer in mechanical engineering, and I'm also a full professor in the same discipline. So as we learn about digitalization and automation in the field of engineering, I'm also actively learning because we have realized that the future of technology is in digitalization. And so the area of upgrading and upskilling is very important. So it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome all of you to Dedan Kimathi University of Technology and to this high-level stakeholders workshop for Industry 4.0 capacity building. On behalf of the University Council, I had a call with my chairman, Dr. James Kariuki. Our chancellor is Dr. Julius Karangi, General, the retired Chief of Defense Forces, and they have welcomed you to this university, the University Senate, and the entire DeKUT fraternity. I want to extend my deepest appreciation to each of you for honoring our invitation and for traveling across the whole country to participate in this important dialogue. Who are we? Dedan Kimathi University of Technology is named after freedom fighter Dedan Kimathi Wachioli, whom we all know, who devoted his life essentially to liberate our dear country from the hand of colonization. And in the same spirit, we believe in DeKUT that we can leverage on technology to liberate our country from the issues of economics and also empowerment, technological empowerment and economical empowerment. So our motto stands as better life through technology. We are also a university of technology because we are the most niched and specialized university in tech. 92% of our programs are in technology. Over 80% of our students are also STEM or technology students. And because our model is both innovation, research innovation, and commercialization, business is very important and integral in commercialization. So the other 8%, we look more into the business, and we work collaboratively with business and Valley business and technology so that we can be able to innovate and commercialize our technology. You may ask, why do we need to commercialize? This university, we're in a process of building a science and technology park. If you look on my left, on those fields, you'll see where we have tractors. We are building a very comprehensive science and technology park under three areas. One of them is manufacturing, design and materials. We call it DMM. The other one is around the ICT and the emerging technologies around ICT. And I'm happy the area of virtual reality integrates engineering and the ICT technology to provide the technologies of the future. We also deal with agri-tech, technologies related in agriculture value chain. We are not a university of agriculture. We cannot compete with Egerton on that, but we look at technologies that are involved in food value chain, and that is what we develop. So we have very highly specialized research centers and centers of excellence who are working with industry on specific areas. And I'm happy the Siemens Mechatronics Center, headed by Professor Jean Bosco, is one of our 26 specialized centers of technology which are working with the industry, working with the community, and working with the society to solve real problems and also develop real and tangible solution that can impact on national development. On this project, we are very pleased to convene the event under the auspices of Sifa Auda-Nepad project. And we are happy, Mr. Mwangi, for gracing this occasion as the Sifa coordinator, because through this project, you managed and you have helped us to train the TTIs and the TVETA section, and it forms a very important beginning for us as a university to engage and build capacity in that sector. So this is a project that is a continental initiative supported by African Union and also funded by the Germany government and the European Union, and it is aimed at building skills for Africa's sustainable industrial transformation. This workshop marks a key milestone in our journey towards strengthening technical and vocational education, TVETA institutes, and also to respond to the growing demands of industrial revolution. And over the past 1 month, we have hosted over 60 trainers from diverse TVET institutions who are all represented here for immersive hands-on training. And with technology, I always say there is no other way. It must be competence-based education. There is no other way you can demonstrate technology apart from competence-based. It's not what you know in technology, it is what you do with what you know. And that is the same philosophy of outcome-based education, the same philosophy about CBC, and essentially the whole CBE education. So the hands-on training in these technologies have been very important. And certainly, we are happy that the trainers have been exposed and have also been trained on all these emerging technologies, from the virtual reality, augmented reality, extended reality, robotics, automation, but more importantly, the digital twinning, which is very important for digital commissioning, but also digital training. And I'm sure for those people who have, I think we all have all seen what is happening, and we had a quick tour with the principals and representative of principals so that they can have a quick feel of what their trainers have been going through. So it's a very important technology even in training, and you do not necessarily need to acquire an equipment for you to learn how to use it. You can use the digital twinning, the virtual reality for the training kits, and you can do and conduct all kinds of experiments that are there to be done. I think with Professor Jean Bosco, we had a chance to visit Germany And one of the companies we visited deals with wind power. And from the city of Hamburg, they are able to operate a plant in Greece, another plant in Turkey. And they were saying, well, this plant in Greece, they have 80 turbines. But you can log in, you can stop this turbine, you can see all the dynamics, you can schedule it for maintenance, and essentially, that power plant does not need any other staff. All the person operating it is in the screen in Germany. So we are happy that in DeKUT, we are able to develop the same technology, not just to operate. We can code, we can program, we can develop, and now we have a solution that we can also be able to extend and build capacity to our TVET sector. So today we gather not only to reflect on the progress made, but also to chart the way forward. And the digital revolution is here, and it is also rapidly defining how industries operate, how we learn, how we also innovate. It is our collective responsibility as educators, policymakers, regulators, and also industry players to ensure that our institutions, our lecturers, and our graduates, both in TVET sector and in the university sector, are not left behind in the digital transformation season. This workshop therefore provides an opportunity, first of all, to share insights and innovation from the just concluded training program, discuss policy level integration of Industry 4.0 in TVET education and curriculum, strengthen linkages between academia, industry, but also more important, between university and also the TVET section, and also co-create sustainable models for national capacity building. So I wish to thank our implementing partners. These are TVET, Aroso, Festo, Didactic, and the Swiss Smart Factory for their dedication, expertise, and also continued collaboration. I also acknowledge the outstanding leadership of Siemens Mechatronic Certification Center at DeKUT, headed by Professor Jean Bosco, whose technical direction has enabled us to align with global standards while responding to the local needs. As the Vice Chancellor, I affirm our university's commitment to supporting Kenya digital transformation into a digitally skilled economy. We are proud to contribute to this national vision through innovation-driven training, research, and partnership. Finally, I encourage all of us to engage openly during this workshop. Let us share ideas, let us pose challenges, explore actionable solutions, and also look at future opportunities where further development and use of these technologies is required. Let this not just be a meeting, but the beginning of a stronger and more connected ecosystem that advances skills, technology, and opportunity for all. And even before I declare this workshop open, I think it's also good to recognize Professor Sama, who has been a long-serving professor at Mercedes-Benz, Stuttgart, Germany, and also a key developer for, there are more than 20 years. And I hope Professor Sama, maybe you can stand and wave. Yeah, Professor Sama is international from Germany, I think also from Cameroon. Yes, and but he has worked in Mercedes-Benz company in Stuttgart. Yeah, for the last more than 20 years, and essentially the leading technologies in Industry 4.0. And we are also looking forward to hearing your experiences and how you do first-hand development of industrial technologies so that our trainers, our institutions can also reach that industrial level phase. I think I visited Mercedes-Benz Stuttgart around 10 years ago, and it's a huge company. It's almost 20 kilometers long if you have to enter. It's a big, massive company. And they are not just making the Mercedes-Benz that we know. They make also the jet engines, and they develop all kinds of diverse technologies. Stuttgart is one of the major tech cities. I think apart from Mercedes-Benz, is it Audi or Porsche? Porsche company is also there, the Porsche cars. And it's one of the richest, it's actually the richest region in the whole of Europe. That province of Stuttgart is the richest. And I had a chance to tour around, and I saw an average home in Stuttgart. It looks like a hotel. An average home, because they always talk about this is a 30-bedroom apartment belonging to one person and one family. Yeah, so actually, if you just take a normal person's house in Stuttgart, you'll just convert it into a hotel, and you'll have immediately 20 or 30 rooms to hire out to people. But why are they rich? And why is it the richest part of the Western Europe? It is how they use technology. Germany is a technology-driven economy. And how you convert technology into resources is how you create jobs, is how you create wealth, is how you empower the country. And I was happy to learn the story of Carl Benz, because Carl Benz was an engineer who was just doing his experiments in his backyard. And he was able to make the first car. And for him, it was just an engineering experiment. Until the wife was very much interested. She was called Betha Benz. And she decided, I'll drive this thing that this guy has been making. So when Carl Benz had gone to the town, the wife decided to take the car. I think women are very innovative. She decided to switch it on and decided to drive. And you know who they drove it with? Their only daughter. She was called Mercedes-Benz, their daughter. And they drove to a city called Wenham. Right? Yes, which is around 20 kilometers. And when Carl Benz came, the wife was missing, the daughter was missing, and his project, the car, was also missing. So he thought maybe the special agents have carried the car and the wife and the family. When they came after 2 hours, the wife, Betha Benz, said, Carl Benz, this thing can work. This thing can drive. And it is the first known moving or mobile technology. The first car was launched. But now, a businessman, Daimler, Gottlieb Daimler, heard about this wonderful innovation. And he visited Carl Benz. And he said, Carl Benz, please don't keep this thing in the garage. Let us use it for commercial development. Can we see how we can carry? And his interest at that time was the carrying of beer from, I think, one location to another. Can we use this same technology? We build a carrier because they were using horses. And that is how they formed the first company, the Daimler-Benz. And today, it's the most successful, the biggest company, and with a huge economic potential. If you look at the turnover of Mercedes-Benz, maybe 1 year, without quoting me, it can run our economy for 10 years as a country. That is the power of technology. And that is the power we are creating in this university. And we hope that if we work together, we can use the knowledge and the technology to provide the most important bottom line. Job creation, wealth creation, opportunity creation for our young people and for our country. So with those, I think those are very many remarks. I want to declare this workshop officially open and wish you a successful deliberations. So at this point in time, kindly allow me to invite Dr. Jackson Bai, Principal of Kirwa Technical Training Institute, Kirwa, and also representing the chairman of KUCT, Dr. Mwangi, who is also not able to be with us because he is traveling together with the PS. So let's put our hands together and welcome Dr. Bai. for his comments. Karibu sana.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let us appreciate our EC better. That is wonderful and a wonderful speech. You know, now when your seniors speak and the academia, you may have very little to say. But thank you very much, our chief guest. As you have told, my name is Dr. Mwai. The principal, KUCT Technical Training Institute. KUCT Technical Training Institute is in Bore East. Bore is in Meru County. You know that one is very difficult. Many wonders what is Bore means. It's in Meru. And I don't have a written speech, sir. I'm going to allow me. Because when the chairman called me last night, I thought he was a joker. You know, he told me, I've been told to travel, you are there as a KUCT. So I'm speaking on behalf of KUCT, the few ones I want to say to us, just on behalf of the KUCT fraternity. And our chief guest, KUCT normally means Kenya Association of Technical Training Institutions. This is an association of all the TVETs in the country. Because when it was, there were few before it grew, as the numbers grew, it was realized that because we are doing the similar things, it's good to have an association where we can come together and discuss these issues. Because in education, especially higher education, I believe that we don't compete. What we normally do is complement, especially including our university. I want to say that Kimathi University have known you for quite some time. Before I went to Meru, I was in Nyeri Technical Training Institute, the current Nyeri National Polytechnic. And I remember when the university was beginning, actually, they did not have a mechanical engineering workshop. And they were using the Nyeri the Polytechnic workshop for mechanical engineering students. That time I was the registrar, sir. That's the time I was the registrar. And they were coming through me. I was organizing classes for them. That is how, and I think you are paying back. Thank you very much that at least you have seen. Now there's a time to pay back. That you are not holding on what you have. Because you no longer have those machines I have seen there. Ladies and gentlemen, first is I want to thank the organizers of this workshop and the capacity building. Because for sure we can no longer bury our hands and hide below our hind against the technology, because everything is technology. You see, in fact, the car I came with, which I was driving, these days, even when you start endorsing, it will tell you, utasikia sauti inatoa, you are wrong. Inakwambia, unafanya nini? Unapotea njia. This is all technology. And therefore, I myself, originally, I'm an automotive engineering student and graduate. But my PhD is in leadership. And I understand what it means. The car which I was trained with was actually ile carburetor. See, kama mkubwa mlikuta carburetor. How many of you have a carburetor car here? At least I have one, which is a pickup, which I'm using for my farming. So niko na moja. And that's where we began. But today, they are no longer there. Used to have hiyo carburetor, mafuta ilikuwa inaingia inatoka kwa pump inaingia kwa carburetor inakuwa halafu ina mixiwa hapo. So the good thing about them was that they were very easy to maintain. Do you know why? Because the only problem was the jet of the carburetor. Ilikuwa inapata uchafu pale, jet inafunga. Jamaa anatoa tu chivu anafanya your car start moving. But today's car, we have what called full rejection, VVTI, the technology has evolved. So this is the way, and we cannot ignore. And I'm very happy that at least you have seen it twice. the organizers to invoke the TVET, because actually TVET can no longer be ignored. Why? In every constituency or sub-county, we have a TVET institution. Currently, we have around 250 which are in operation. You see, and every sub-county has one. And a population of around 600,000, that's where we are standing. When the pressure is so much on us by His Excellency the President to move to 2 million students. So you can imagine the numbers. These are not a sector to ignore. And we are in the technology deep in it. In fact, Chief Guest, most of the TVET institutions here, they have the heart of the, in the heart of the state of the heart. What do you call it? Which is the right word? State of the art equipment, including mechatronic. But there has been a problem also because some did not have trainers, and they were not there. But I'm happy that Kimathi now is producing trainers. But I'm sure they are not yet enough because the men cannot only have one in our class because everybody wants to do this mechatronic, young people. Number two, I'm also happy that we have now recognized that Tibet is no longer the way it was known to be. During our time when we were learning, and also when I was a registrar in Nyeri, people thought, or we were baptized, that the Tibets are places of areas. Do you know that is what people used to say? I don't know whether it is still there. At least imepungua. And remember, a parent could come in the office of the registrar na kwambia mwalimu niko na mtoto hajafanya mzuri, anaweza fanya nini hapa? Can you imagine? So now akufanya mzuri, so hapa ni kule kunaweza fanywa nini? Number one, I used to correct them even today. Naambia hapana, hapa ulete mtoto kwa sababu hakufanya mzuri. Unamleta because there is a variety. Are you there? Yes. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, going to agree with me, there is no one who is useless. No one, even a student, is not useless. It's only that in line of this academics, the guy did not get it right. But when it comes to working with his hands or our hands, these people are the best. I'm telling you, Chief Guest, the best innovators in our institution are students who are doing artisan. Not even diplomas. Artisan students are very good because they are very inquisitive and they see things. They come up with the projects. We wonder, is this and D minus? When you go out there in the industry, the people who are making it today are actually artisan students. They have opened a lot of jobs, business. For example, I have one student in electrical. This young man came to Kirua. Indeed, he under D minus. He's called Muriuki. He did electrical. And then I developed interest in this young man because there are those who are on Ajitumanga. This young man graduated. Today, as we are standing here, he employs 6 watu 6 ameajiri. Apatikani is a contractor. You see, hata mimi na ni mwalimu wake nikimuita sasa niko na shinda na my few I have quite some gadgets in my compound. CCTV, pumps za kupiga maji, zingine za kukatia ng'ombe nyasi. Sikikwama hata namtafuta nganaambia mwalimu sitapatikana utanipa siku ngapi? Can you imagine? This is somebody who the parent walked and said, somebody was done nothing. But today is an employer. Can you see? Yes, an employer. So what I'm saying, our chief gets that, Kimathi, this is great. Because you are recognizing the potential in our TVETs. In fact, that is where innovation are. If we can be able to develop our staff. And also, they extend the same. You are going to see what you are calling the youth empowerment is so much there. And we have it. Otherwise, what I want to say, as I said that I didn't have a written speech because I didn't wanted to do much, is that this is wonderful. We in KUCT or our institution, we are opening them so that we can continue collaborating. And please open doors for many. I have, like myself, I've been challenging my staff, especially the people involved in robotics. My chair of that group is Engineer Nyota. And I've been telling him, Nyota, you know, I'll be taking you to many places, and I think you allow me, sir, to bring him here. Because the problem is programming. Wanaunda vitu mzuri, lakini kanaenda kakifika pale kanafanya nini? Sagina kanasimama. Ninamuuliza Nyota, what is the problem? Mwalimu abia, don't you mwalimu. Naambia shinda ni nini? Ni program. That is where the problem is. If you get it well in during the programming, you are able to do everything. So I think this is the area which they need. Please, we need. Probably you can organize a training, a workshop, a week for these people involved in robotics, because there's so much in it, and our students are so much interested in this area. What is there? Otherwise, we are very happy. We have seen that also in Tibet. You can see the curriculum we're implementing. What God Tibet is actually competence based. You know what? That's the curriculum which has been developed by SINDAC. Tibet is a regulator. The SINDAC are the examiners, are the curriculum developers. So we have been implementing since last 2023 when we went fully on CBET, competence-based education and training. And this is based on emphasizes on the skills of our trainees. So when you come here and learn the things I've seen here, this is the way forward. And it has changed again. We have in third level now. We have, from this May, we're implementing what we're calling modularization. And this modularization now, which will give a lot of challenge, I know, is that everybody begins together. Whether you are doing a level 4, have guys who are particulars and they are coming to us. As I close, let me give you now let me give you a review of something we are doing at KUCT. Our chief guest KUCT Technical Training Institute in 2019 did the undoable, if that's English, that through partnership with the NRT, the NRT, these are Northern Legislative Trust. These are people who owns the conservancies in northern frontier districts. They came up, sorry, they came up and they saying that they want to train the Morans, not theirs, the Morans in those areas, so that they can remove them from poverty. And then they said, now how do we remove? And they said that the Moran cannot come from the Kenyatta to come to school. It is you school from school to where? To Kenyatta. You can be wapana. How do you take school to ambush? You know, it was not visible and feasible surely, because unajua tumeambiwa masomo inasomewa in for war what? Tumasomo inasomea wapi? In for wars, and that's what it said in the Education Act says. But this one, akaenda around akakosa akarudi kwetu tena Kirua. And that time I was not the one who was there, it was Engineer Mugambi saying let us give a trial. So what is it? There was an MOU which you wrote and agreed. So they kambia ataenda aulize those people what they can do. Then they register a class. Look for a place where we are teaching them under the trees. Tunawafundishangia kwa miti chini hapo. Then we agree what is it. So they went and it was implemented. Let me tell you, the people who have never gone to school, within the first month, chief guest, this guy can repair a whole motorbike. This guy can do mobile phone, can repair the mobile phone, including programming, software, installation of software to our foundation. This guy can make the best dishes out of there. This guy can make very wonderful dressing within the first, because we train them from 8 to 5 on skills only. And that program has picked so well until the USA came and started to sponsor it and the European Union. It worked very well. And it has removed the poverty rebels from those people to mend and pack alarm. No? They organize a class, we organize the training, the materials, the curriculum, we can go there and train them and graduate them. And these students now, they are being, I think in the Nyeri National is here, Mr. Morioki. Yeah, they are the ones who are giving certificates. And they will tell you the training they meet, they don't come to train them. They only come to examine it because they have the best of them. And to show what people have realized what we has come in, now Mheshimiwa Wabore came in and asked me, Mwalimu, what are you doing? He has started this, what we are calling ujuzi mashinani. Amerogota vijana, amewaleta. Last cohort one, we trained 750 of them. These are people who are working. Amewapatia kazi through the what do you call them? The contractors during the whatever there. Currently, in this we are now, we are having 1,200 from ujuzi wapi? Mashinani. Because it is a working. So even I was telling him, can you see the government has borrowed from us? 3 months, now ameanza modularization. Sisi hatuna shinda ya kuimplement because we are already where? We are there. So what am I saying? All this story I'm giving. I'm saying that the potential is in the Tibet because this is where now we can reach, you can be able to reach the unreachable. We can even go to where they are because I know sometimes we may be unable to carry that machine to take it to the man itaibiwa. lakini sisi tunabebanga ile tunaweza, tunaenda nayo, anatuletea na zingine tunabeba, tunafanya hivyo. So what I want to say that thank you very much once again our BC for this Kimathi, Kimathi, for really involving KUCT. We are there, we are ready, both spiritually, because spiritually also you are okay, also mentally you are okay, and physically you are okay. So we are there, we are going to support it, and sure we are going to move together. Let us make it further, especially of retooling our staff, especially those who are doing training on the electronics, these things, because that's where robotics are. Everybody is with that direction, and you cannot do it. Others, on behalf of the KUCT once again, and the chair, Mr. Mwangi, and the KUCT, I want to say thank you very much, and we thank you for this. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dr. Bai, for that wonderful speech, and certainly very happy to work with KUCT. As I said, DeKUT, we are not competing with TVETA because we know your role in training the diplomas and certificates, but what we are doing for you is the training of the trainers. So the lecturers that you will hire are coming from DeKUT. And you have seen the skills, you have seen the competencies. So the only thing I would urge, KUCT, kindly hire our graduates. If you want to see the technology that we have here, engage our graduates. And your TTIs and TVETA section will go to the next level. Before I bring the chief guest, I see we also have a good number of DeKUT staff, chair of the department, starting with Dr. Titus Mulembo, who is the chair, Mechatronics Engineering Department. Welcome. Kindly, the other staff members, I see our Director Quality Assurance, Dr. Misiko, all the DeKUT staff members, kindly stand wherever you are. I can see Lucy Kinyinge there, Dr. Olengo here, Faith, Maundu. Yes, we can appreciate them with a nice hand clap. Karibuni sana. So it's now, yes, and Professor Bosco. Good. Now it's my humble duty to bring on our chief guest, Mr. James Wamwangi, who is the country coordinator of Skills for Africa Initiative, Sifa project, Auda-Nepad. So let's put our hands together and welcome our chief guest. We are a university of technology. Things should not be failing here. They should fail elsewhere, not in DeKUT. Yes. Is it on or what? Yes. No. It's not working. So, kindly hurry up and we can have a chief guest use the microphone.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Jambo.
But no, is it?
As you have been told, my name is James Wamwangi. I am the Sifa country coordinator. And Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor. Yes. And representative of KUCT. Principals of the TVET institutions who are here. And the staff of the Dedan Kimathi. And the staff of the TVET institutions all over. Once more, I'm Jambo. Sifa, Skills Initiative for Africa, is an African Union program. In African Union, I usually tell the people,
It is the organization where Raila Odinga, a former prime minister, wanted to be the chair. But in that African Union, they have what they call Auda-Nepad, African Union Development Authority, which is the development arm of African Union. And they are the ones who are giving the funds to this Sifa program. Sifa program is, just to let you know, because I know most of you may not know, is being implemented in 8 countries in Africa. That's why we call it Skills Initiative for Africa. The initiative is to bring or to impart the skills to the youth of Africa, having realized the unemployment rate, which is affecting all the countries. The 8 countries which are now offering the Sifa program are Kenya, Ethiopia, South Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, Togo, Ghana, and Tunisia. That's where this program is being implemented. And I'm saying that you are lucky that you are part of those people implementing that through this project of Dedan Kimathi and the partners, Tiveta, Arso, and Festo. Therefore, in Sifa, we provide grants. Grants is money to support, because it is very important that institutions like yours are supported in various ways, as we know the challenges which are facing the TVET institutions, from the infrastructure to equipment to trainers, and of course, over and above, the finances. So in Sifa, we have 3 funding models. We call them windows. We have window 1, which we call it is a large investment, whereby we put up infrastructure and equipment, and we can train the trainers, and where possible, we also provide some scholarships. We are lucky in Kenya that we have 2 institutions who wrote proposals, and they were able to be awarded grant in that window. And also, I'm happy to say that those 2 institutions are also represented here. We have Madam Catherine here from Kisumu National Polytechnic, they are recipient. And we have got George, Deputy Principal of Kisii National Polytechnic, is also here represented. So those are the 2 institutions who are lucky to have had that grant. We also have funding window 2, which we say that an international technology company teams up with our training institutions to come and transfer that technology to that training institution. We had, I would say we were lucky and unlucky. Lucky in the sense that we had 2 institutions. We had Kenya Coast National Polytechnic, which had received that grant together with the company, international company called Festo. Unfortunately, that's why I said it's unfortunate. Even after having the grant, there were misunderstandings between Festo and Auda-Nepad in terms of contractual agreements. So the project was cancelled. It was a 1.5 million euro program. So we lost that. I had struggled a lot with my colleagues to ensure that that project doesn't die as it did, but we are unable to do it. Unfortunately also, we had also another one with Kabete National Polytechnic, with a company we know called Huawei. Also, there were also misunderstandings between Huawei and Auda-Nepad. Because Auda-Nepad, they are very strict in terms of how they want their projects and programs run. They could not also agree, and again, we lost 1.5 million euros just like that. And now we don't have funding window 2 projects in this country because of that shortcomings. And now we also have funding window 3. It is the innovative window. And that is where we are. That's where Dedan Kimathi and other 7 grantees have gotten the funding. So in funding window 3 is an innovative window whereby the ideas people have, they are tried. This whole idea that, we are talking about virtual reality, immersive reality, metaverse. I could see most of you when you were demonstrating, what was being demonstrated, it was something new. Actually, it was also new for me the first time when I came, when we were evaluating the project. And we said, oh, this is a new area whereby the youth of this country and the TVETs of this country can also start doing the training in this area. And we are very happy because we tried our best, because in Kenya here, we had over 75 applicants who applied. Other countries the same. But I would also say, in Kenya, we were the luckiest to have the highest number of recipients. We have 8 of them. And these 8, it is not per the country, it's per the merit. So, out of the 25 who are to receive the grant, 8 of them are from Kenya. There are countries which do not have. So the nearest one to us is South Africa with 5, and Nigeria with 4. Ethiopia, our neighbors here, have 2. So all what I'm saying is that in Kenya, of course, we have a lot of potential to come up with ideas which can be tried. And the most important thing is that this is being done now, not at the university level, although it's a university which did apply, it is coming down to the TVET institutions. And that's why it passed through, because they are bringing that technology to the TVET institutional level. Whereby now we are not only, we are training people who will be the technicians, the diploma holders, or the craft level, or the arts, whatever level it is there. So to us, that was a key point. And we thank the Kimathi for having come up with it, because now we are trying to solve one of the biggest problems also in our TVET institutions, the issue of equipment. Training equipment. I was telling the principals where we met earlier in the morning, that most of our equipment in our TVET institutions are referred as archaic. It's not the best name, but that is the reality. Also here, you had the person from KUCT, Dr. Ari, saying that we also have the state-of-the-art equipment also in those institutions. I've visited a number of those institutions. Sorry, I did not say also I am TVET specialist. That's my specialty. So I have some good idea, having worked at KIE for 10 years as a curriculum developer. So I know the state, how it is. And we have also a state-of-the-art equipment in our TVET institutions, which are not operational. Why? Because the trainers have not been trained. Somebody acquired the equipment, did not get that other part of training those trainers to operate those equipment. Others are still in a language which they cannot understand. See, that's also the other problem. Of course, if there was some good manuals which are in English or in Swahili, for that matter, if that's possible, they could also be able to do it, but now they can't because it's in a foreign language which is not even legible, the writing. So for this one, we said that there was need for the trainers to be trained because they are the ones who should spread that gospel or whatever it is they are going to train. Because training of our trainers is a very key aspect. I was also saying that unfortunately in some cases, we have trainers who come out of the university or a college straight to the institution. They have not worked in the industry. So that experience lacks. It's not their fault. It's how the system works. And also the opportunity to get back into the industry is minimal because of so many things, as you know. There are institutions which try to do that training piecemeal, but it's still piecemeal. So for the trainers who have come to this one, who have been going through the training, we are very happy at Sifa to be part of you in supporting you in this emerging technology. The word is emerging. Because that's why it is in the innovative cadre, because we want to see whether what DeKUT is doing is workable. So if it is workable with you, then it will be spread in the country. So this is the whole idea. You have an innovation, you try it, you see that it can be able to work. If there are challenges in the process, you can be able to rectify them so before you roll it out. Because we would like this to be rolled out in the country. This technology. You heard Professor saying that they can have the equipment here, and all what the TVET institution need is to have those, if I may use the word, funny glasses. Or funny sets. And if an institution have, it is 50,000. And if people, they are in Kisumu, they are in Lamu, they are whatever, people can, I keep on telling people before, and I think most of you here, there was this called school broadcast. Those days. It was called school broadcasting, eh? I think most of us, maybe most, or maybe some of us not, went through that time, whereby all of you could sit somewhere with a radio there, with an aerial radio, and you are taught from KIE in the whole country. And it used to be interesting because we were all waiting. When is the English class coming? When is this science class coming? It was good that time. Of course, for whatever reason, it was stopped. Now, in this particular case we are doing, it is that we can also, when you have those sets, wherever you are, and it is programmed such that you can be able to access the robot here. and it is set up. Is a certain session which is there. And it's just like you are in an equipment. You are just operating a machine. So all of us, wherever we are, and that is what we would like it happening. Minimizing, and that's why we are talking about virtual, immersive, all those technologies. And that is the point where we are. So if it succeeds this time, then we are able now to roll the thing out, and then the center here become a center to be able to be transmitting or being accessed by as many institutions as possible, the TVET institutions, so the technologies comes to you. So we as Sifa, and what our also biggest objective is what? That this is not only will be here in Kenya, because all the write-up, all the whatever documentation, which is one of the requirements, at the last milestone of this project is for them to be able to come up with what we call a business plan. How can this technology be commercialized, whatever we are doing, such that more people can be able to join, not only in this country, elsewhere they can also be able to do the same. So, for you trainers who have been here, you have been here for some time, 3 or 4 weeks, I happen to have also seen a video, some of you expressing what was going on. I think you are one of them who I saw. Thank you. And I laid it down there. Where is that lady also who is in that YouTube? Are you here? Or she's not here today? So, it is very important that you learn and you get back into the institutions such that now you can be able to use the technology and train those other, or your trainees in this technology. That is what I would like to see as Wamwangi, so that the money given by Auda-Nepad helps the youth of this country. Now starting with the trainers and going to the youth. And then by next year, and that's why we were very, the PS, TVET, she is aware of this project, and she is very supportive of this project because she feels this is now the in thing in trying to pass the skills, see the skills, train the people virtually in some selected technologies, some selected skill areas. And that's what we want DeKUT to do, so that we can ease the training time, we can make people appreciate. And our youth, the Gen Z who are here, this is the kind of things they want. They can, some of the things we want, even the technology, whereby even with their phones, whatever they have, can also, wherever they are, they can also be able to access the knowledge and the skills as it's there. So friends, colleagues, in the TVET world, I've visited a number of African countries, and I know we have big problems. But those problems, part of them can be resolved by the TVET institutions in terms of employment. And the employment rate is excessive. But I like when we are talking about modularization. We move from the courses which are 3 years, because in 3 years, somebody finds it's too long to stay in a TVET institution. But when you split and give skills, somebody can go out and come back, go out and come back, and increase those skills. This is the whole idea. And this is one of the areas we would like that to happen. So, once more I say, I'm happy that with my colleagues, our offices are in South Africa. That's where our headquarters is. So as I report about this occasion, and it is this even for yourselves. You can imagine how, I don't know, the number of TVET institutions, around 30 are here. you are interacting, and it is not only from one region. I keep on saying it is from all the former regions we have in this country, the so-called provinces are represented, which is very important. And that's why we want this now not only to be an isolated thing, it is to be something which is spread within the country. And this is our hope and desire. And that's why we part of this project as partner is TVETA, or the authority, so that they can be able to be checking the quality aspects. You know, they are in the quality aspect of the same. And also TVET CDAC, because of the curriculum, and of course also, so that it can be regularized, can be part of our existing training programs within the ecosystem of the TVET area. So, I'm very happy and say, please continue when you get back. We want this to be rolled out after you move from here, from next week or wherever time it is. I will be following with the professor to see how you have planned how this will work out. And I will sample some of your institutions to come and just see how is it happening on the ground. Because we want this to happen and happen fast. So with those remarks, I say once more, thank you very much. Continue our principles. It's good that you are here for the support. What we lack sometimes is the support. And now you can see why you should support your trainers, how you can support your students, and how you can collaborate with us, Sifa, and of course also collaborate with Dedan Kimathi in the adventure of training the trainers, which is one of the core aspects we need to do. Because we only had the Kenya School of TVET, whereby TVET institutions are teachers or trainers are trained. Now this is another level which is also very important, so that we encourage them, and we are happy that it is happening and should continue to happen. With that, I say thank you very much. Enjoy yourself and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, the country coordinator, Sifa. I think he deserves a much heavier and warmer hand clap, considering he has funded all of us and all what we are doing. Yeah? Najua wakati wa Mwai, Dr. Bae kulikuwa na makofi ya kilo. Yeah? Ya Nyayo. Sijui sasa tutampatia gapi ya kilo gapi. You know, he can relate with that generation better than all of us. So ilikuwa inaendaje, Dr. Bae? Maybe you can demonstrate. Come and demonstrate to us. Yeah? Our generation ni kama tumesahau hiyo ya Moi ya kilo.
Asante bwana. Unajua ya Nyeri ilikuwa inafungwa inafunguliwa.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo unataka tumpatie ya Nyeri
Yes.
Si twende tufanye mzuri.
Yes.
Tuendelee. 1 2 3. Haya karibu. Asante kwa hotuba mzuri na kutupatia pesa ya masomo. Fungua. Asante.
Wow, that's a good one. You can see our chief guest is happy. He understands the Moi era. Together with Dr. Baikati, maybe more than all of us. So thank you. I think now we have the function, and we are going to the next part, which is very important, the technical part. I will call upon Dr. Olengo. He's the DeKUT Director for Research, Innovation, and Linkages. I don't know whether you explained the geography of this place and how we are organized. And I don't know whether you'll give us some few minutes to stretch, or we take a group photo as we stretch, then we come for that important technical session that will be offered by the project principal investigator, Professor Dr. Jean, engineer. He's also a professional engineer, Jean Bosco. So kindly you can guide us. But I think for stretching, the photo session and the geography. is important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our dear Vice Chancellor. I think we need to give him one hot round of applause. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have been sitting and we have heard nice things, is it? So we want to do one thing, to leave a digital footprint. So to leave that digital footprint, I want to request you, we do a group photo out here, and then we come back for a more informative session, which will be taken over by our lead, project lead, Professor Jean Busco. You don't want to miss that. For those ones who have got, for starters, just in case you are a bit pressed, if you leave out of this up, turn to your left, we have some washrooms, all right? And then for our meals, we shall have them at the tent, right? But that is after the very, very informative session that we're going to have, all right? So at the moment, if you want to go and help yourself, just turn to the left. You climb up, turn to the left. For those ones who are down here, you go straight to the far end. On the left, we have washrooms, all right? Then if we need any further assistance, we will be at hand to help you. Thank you so much. So we shall be led by our PR team when we are taking our photos out here. Just out of this building, we come back. Thank you so much.
Where is the queen? You can take care of all this. No. You want to work in the street?
Hello. You want to move this, huh? Mm.